be some awesome, like, you know those like TikTok videos where like it's
Uh,
just like Subway Surfers on the side, and like and like it's like Subway Surfers on the side with like a story on the other side.
yeah.
Okay, imagine that, but my keyboard cleaning montage.
And the story is Umineko.
The story is Umineko, but it's a plot summary of Umineko, so it's like bad.
I need a fucking... I can't open my goddamn can because the tab's
Me when I
low.
find hair from like when I used to have bleached hair from like 4 years ago.
Alright, so I titled today's stream, We Solved the Case, and it's only episode 2. Because I'm that confident.
Yeah, and like I'm confident if Umineko fans came in and I like explained it to them,
I think it's
they
like
have
I feel like it's the perfect amount of clickbaity, because if an Umineko fan was like curious, they'd be like, what do they mean they've solved it? It's only episode 2.
I know, but I feel so confident that we did.
Fuck. I didn't load my save. I do this every time! Fuck you, Beatrice.
Beatrice. Oh, this is just you. Again.
Wow. I'm sipping a non-alcoholic beer.
Non-alcoholic beer? Then why drink beer?
But it tastes like it.
Do you think beer tastes good?
Sometimes.
I disagree.
Beer tastes better when you're exhausted. Like after you did something that was exhausting. Just I did an Umineko. I said the same thing twice.
I don't actually think beer tastes better when you're exhausted. I think you just like the feeling that like of beer rather than you associate the taste with the feeling of beer. Maybe I just think beer tastes like shit.
I mean, I won't lie, like it usually does, but like I don't know. Also can be kind of good. I've had a beer at like I don't know, not a diner, but you know, a restaurant. And it tasted way better than like any canned beer I've had, even though it probably was a canned beer, but like it was probably just a better canned beer.
This keyboard's is the cleanest it's ever been, and it looks like so dirty.
I smudged my glasses, so can't really see the screen.
Dang, and I don't even clean my glasses. How different we are. Everyone's like, why? Damn, your glasses are so dirty. I could never live like that. And I'm sitting here like, what do you mean? As I proceed to walk into a wall.
Georgia-sama. Why did I say it like Jap? George-sama, please look. They're so cute, look. Hora hora. Why did I say it so wrong?
Bro, the fucking air is dude, the liquid air is like, it's so icy on the outside.
Don't touch it.
Oh, am I not supposed to touch it?
I mean, don't get it on your finger, that's bad.
Why?
You can get like frostbite or something.
Oh.
It is cold.
So...
You're right, it is cold. I mean, holding the can's fine, but like spraying it on your finger is not good.
I used to spray this. Okay, here's a fun fact. When I was a kid, I used to spray the air in my mouth.
Okay, you are like inhaling chemicals that will kill you or something.
Yeah, but like I must be resistant to them now because I did.
Hey Siri.
The guy.
Can I drink compressed air?
Hey, I found this on the. Yeah.
Air duster drug use. Signs, risks, getting help.
So I was doing drugs as a kid?
Probably.
Oh my god. They should arrest me.
Shannon found a pair of hammerhead sharks swimming playfully in the tank. Was that? I thought those were manta rays. and looked as excited as a grade schooler. Well, she was only in grade school like 5 years ago or something.
She's like 16, so like 6 years ago.
Yeah, they really are cute. Almost makes you... What the fuck's wrong with you?
Oh, wait, what did he say?
It almost makes me want to eat them.
No,
I hate
he's
when
so
people
real-
are like, I hate when people like will see a video of like a cute animal, like a cute little cow, a cute little piggy, and then in the replays it's like, dinner. Like, shut the fuck up. You're a fucking loser.
low key, like I have cuteness aggression, right? And when I get cuteness aggression, I want to eat them.
I mean, that's different than like trying to be edgy.
You think George is trying to be edgy? What if he just has a big belly?
I mean, maybe we could Google it and find out. Google Ushramiya George big belly.
That sounds like more
It is.
fetish art.
Bro, my glasses are fucked. I can't see. I fixed
Oh,
it.
there's glasses wearers when there's one slight seam.
It was actually my eyelash. There was something on my eyelash. I feel sorry for them. Did you know? I hear the Japanese are the only people in the world who go to aquariums and say how delicious everything looks. What? Is that so? I'm sure even Americans and Italians would want to eat these. Those clothes look good on you.
Fucking change
Really?
of topic.
George. Shannon clutched her chest with both her hands in embarrassment. She apparently felt like she was being made fun of for wearing the clothes she wasn't used to.
When I had a dream last night that like my theory of Umineko was real and like Shannon had a flat chest. That's how dedicated I am to this.
Though George's face didn't show it, he actually said something so completely unexpected that it surprised even him. And he was as embarrassed as Shannon on the inside. However, when he saw how embarrassed Shannon was, he started to imagine he was teasing a girl he liked. And instead of embarrassment, a ticklish amusement welled up in him. No, he wasn't just imagining it, he was really teasing the girl he liked. Why are we talking like we don't fucking know this before now? He wouldn't have accepted to hear a line like that anywhere these days, not even in a manga or something. In fact, if he had seen another couple acting like this, his first instinct would have been to throw rocks at them.
Okay.
But even if someone were starting to throw rocks at us now, I'm sure there'd be no different than confetti celebrating our relationship. Now, I can't even remember those lonely days when I felt jealous of couples who were completely oblivious to their surroundings. To use an old-fashioned phrase, those really are rose-colored days I'm living in. I'm so entranced that I barely noticed the massive tank in the world's largest aquarium anymore. Instead, all I see are the
largest aquarium
in Japan.
in Japan.
Instead, all I see are the expressions flirting across Shannon's face as she plays with the fish. It's amazing, isn't it? It's my first time seeing a tank large enough for a whale to swim in. I heard this tank is the biggest selling point here, and that is the biggest in the world.
I want lemonade.
Is that right? That's amazing. Best you can do is fake beer. Really wonderful. Oh, I don't think you're gonna get a dialogue for like maybe the whole stream.
Oh, that's okay. I can dedicate myself to cleaning my computer. Wow, this is a lovely audiobook.
Is that so? That's amazing. It's really wonderful. It doesn't even look like a tank at all. More like they sliced off a part of the sea with a knife and brought it here. How's my girl voice? Has it improved?
I don't really know.
No. I want it to.
I wish I could be a girl.
Wow, that's not what I was saying. You're right. This really is a little sea. Despite its size, I hadn't thought of the tank as anything more than a tank. That's why I found her metaphor so interesting. Why do I speak weird? No matter how far humans broaden their experiences, they always end up viewing the world through the lens of their own values. Maybe that's why it's so interesting to interact with people who have different worldviews. I voiced my thoughts on this.
What did she say? She said like it's like what?
Like it's like a slice of the sea was brought here. And George was like, it's a fucking tank. True, this may not be the real sea. But if those little guys swimming in here believe it's a sea, then that's what it is. Believing is magic. Even though they were inside a finite tank.
Wait, believing is magic.
The Umi is finite too. Then again, even if the sea were infinite, how much could we cover in our whole lives? I'm sure it'd be only a minuscule fraction of the sea. You're right. It's ironic, isn't it? Even though the world's so vast, most of us humans live our lives without ever leaving our own country. If the inhabitants of a place believe they're living in a complete world, then even the bottom of a narrow well can be wonderful. It'd be a wonderful world, an entire ocean. At least to the frogs that live there. Shannon, who spent her days as a servant on a small island 10 kilometers in circumference called Rakanjima, said that with a smile.
Dang, why did they have to tell us the circumference? Turn of the Golden Witch. What is she gonna do?
Battler.
Battler. They're giving us credits already. We finished the game. Wait, where the fuck does caps lock go?
Oh, everybody's still here. Tiramisu Nanjo.
Tiramisu.
Beet rice.
I beat my rice every night.
You beat my
I just
rice
wanna-
till I cry.
I just wanna beat my meat. I just wanna beat my meat. I just wanna beat my meat.
Kind of surprised that aquarium had 3 CGs and it's gone already.
All that artist's hard work is gone. Like the Uminekos.
Not CGs, I meant backgrounds. After we finished walking through the whole aquarium, we had a small late afternoon lunch at a restaurant with a nice view. I'll try to speed read through this because this shit's gonna be boring and long. The word buffet has the power to make any boy's heart leap. I was like that myself once. But with Shannon beside me, the buffet felt different. I couldn't shamefully pile on the many things I liked. I was, how should I put it, worried about my appearance and chose a menu suited for a snob. Toast, salad, and a coffee. If I had been myself, I would have piled out oily stuff like yakisoba, mashed potato, gratin, and so on. Shannon, isn't it going to be enough for you? Or is that going to be enough for you? If it is, then I guess what you meant are animals with real bad fuel efficiency. Georgie suck at flirting. That's not what I... On Shannon's tray, there was only a tea and salad. Maybe the mere fact that I thought she was a whole plate short proved I was thinking with a man's stomach. Actually, I should be asking you the same thing. Don't you think men should eat a little bit more than that? I imagine you normally eat much more for lunch, right? Oh, right, dang. Come to think of it, you already know how much I eat normally because of the meals I've had at the head family household. That's right. So, I was worried you might have an upset stomach today. Shannon was kind enough to guess that I wasn't feeling well. Looks like my stupid attempt to show off made her worry, and apparently my stomach wasn't going to let me show off any longer. Yeah. Okay, I'll confess. I was trying to look cool. I just held back because I was with a girl. I thought so. Considering how much you eat during lunch at the family conference, I thought this nearly wasn't enough. Please don't feel reserved and feel free to eat. Feel free to choose another dish. It's not fair for me to only be embarrassed. What about you, Shannon? How will you be able to keep up with the Ushiramiya family workload on such a sparse diet?
She eats double because she's canon.
Interesting. Shannon fell silent and blushed bright red. Apparently, I wasn't the only one showing off. When I realized that, my embarrassment disappeared completely. Oh, so that's not enough for you either, is it? Yeah, I usually eat a bit more than this for lunch. A woman's stomach is made of magic, so this is enough. Oh.
It's magic.
We've both been showing off to each other. Let's not hold back anymore, shall we? I smiled to show that I wouldn't make fun of her anymore and rose from my seat. After finally coming to Okinawa, it'd be a waste if we didn't eat some bitter melon. Is that a thing? What's a bitter melon?
I hate bitter melon. Why the fuck would anyone want to eat bitter melon?
They mean like honeydew?
No, bitter melon is just bitter. Melon. It's quite literally the name. It just tastes bitter. Like, it doesn't have
What if
any...
you fucking throw that shit in a fryer?
The bitter melon?
Yeah, he said, I'll go get some fried bitter melon or something. Shannon, come with
I
me.
mean, I'm sure bitter melon doesn't taste bad if you, like, eat it, like it's like an ingredient. But my parents just like to fucking boil it in a soup and force me to eat it. And I'm like, especially as a
Yuck.
kid, that was, like, disgusting.
Hey Siri,
'cause, like,
bitter melon.
Huh?
This looks like a leaf.
no, that's not... Bitter melon doesn't look like a leaf. It looks bitter.
Oh, Siri, I didn't tell you to Google this looks like a leaf. I was just commentating on the picture. Yeah, I hate melon. Unless it's watermelon.
I love watermelon. I also hate melon, though.
Come on, come on. Yes. To anyone watching us, we might have been an incredibly charming and embarrassing couple.
No.
Like, is that guy with a teenager? He looks like he's
That's
almost
good.
30.
That guy dating a teenager? He needs to date someone his own age.
It's only after becoming a couple that you realize. To us, this exchange of words is everything, our entire world. That's why no matter how much everyone else stares at us with a blank expression, we never notice. Indeed, at this age, I finally understand the feelings of couples who would endlessly flirt without any regard for their surroundings. After I returned with a plate piled up with fried food, Shannon arrived with a pretty cake. While laughing at her fake stoicism, we resumed our lunch. Even though it's a restaurant with a view of the sea, it's so cloudy. Luckily, our window seats gave us a view of the seaside scenery so blastoise that it extended even beyond our field of vision. However, because grandiose, is that what you said? Grandiose? Oh, grandiose.
Grandiose.
Bro, I was like, I didn't know how to say it. However, because of the cloudy sky, we were only seeing a fraction of its usual beauty. That's right. If it were clear, we'd undoubtedly see a deep blue sea. Yep. Now, I'll bet you're already used to the sea around Rockinjima, but the deep blue of the sea here would surely have had a sight to see. A real shame. Oh, but no matter how blue the sea is at work, it might as well be grey to me. I'm not working today, so Apparently Shannon was doing her best to say an embarrassing line, but I didn't let her off that easily. So close. If only you said, when watching the sea alone with you, George, Sama, it looks deep blue no matter how grey it is. I'd have given you full marks and a prize.
Why did you just put words in her mouth now she can't say it?
I'm sorry. Nah. Wanna hear what that prize was? You don't mind telling me? Nope. Nah, I won't tell you.
What's up, guys? I'm the new player of the basketball team. I'm really excited to play.
You're on the bench warming up for when it's your turn to play. That's not fair. When I was in elementary school, I was always the kid who got bullied. When everyone teased me, I got nervous and speechless, to the delight of the bullies. Back then, I wondered why everyone teased me, but now teasing Shannon like this, I understand why. They were gay for me. This is so much fun. I can play for emotions however I please, and I can have them all to myself. That's creepy. Right now, I can't think of any greater pleasure. That's why I have to go easy on her. It's not as though I want to make her feel embarrassed and upset, so I decided to be nice and change the subject. Best not to be too obstinate. He really sucks at flirting. Also, like, I get what he's saying, because I like teasing a lot, but it sounds like really weird when he says it.
I also like teasing people, because like I like making them flustered, but like...
You just said it in such a weird way.
I think he just said it in a way that makes him seem creepier than like he should have. Maybe it's like cute in like a fanfiction way. Maybe this would be cute if it was a BL.
Probably.
Yeah, see? Everything changes if it's gay. Once it's straight, it's disgusting.
When... I was about to use Shannon's voice. When you finish your lunch, do you want to take a walk on the beach? Maybe the clouds will clear up and we'll get a beautiful view of the sea. Yeah. That's right. I want to go see it. Yep, let's do it. That cake sure does look delicious. Maybe I'll get one of those too. You mustn't. If you eat cake after eating so much, you'll get fat.
Damn.
It looks like Hideyoshi-sama's blood is getting pretty thick in you, George-sama. You'll get chubby if you don't take care.
Damn, she's just fat shaming him.
Shannon, you won't stop liking me if I get fat, will you? After all, I wouldn't stop liking you if you got fat. But I didn't mean it that way. If you don't take good care of your body, you'll be bad for your health.
Also, you'd be fat.
Mother warns me all the time too. I wonder if I'll have an excuse to take up I was about to say taekwondo. Tai Chi Quan or whatever she does. Or something like that she does and get some exercise. When going on a diet, it's better to start by rethinking your eating habits rather than just exercising all the time. Apparently the exercise only helps if you're eating well first. Why it's hard for me, because I'm fucking hungry like all the time.
That's so young.
In other words, you're telling me to hold off on cake, huh? Then I guess I'll just have to gaze at you while you stuff your cheeks with it, Shannon.
This would be cute if it would be like a fan fiction. Or like...
Because he's got no sauce.
Unfortunately, like, he's just like, I can't... He's just... It's not cute because, like, I know Shannon's also the murderer.
Like, it's like the right words from the wrong person.
Yeah,
like, he shouldn't be saying this. This isn't your angle, bro.
Yeah, George. Who do you think you are, George? Who even are you, bro? He was the one wearing the Beatrice's dress this whole time. Ooh.
The whole cake is probably too much, but maybe just half of one would be okay. Here, it's really delicious. Shannon cut down her own cake and tried to move half of it to my dessert plate. I had no doubt that she wanted to share that delicious cake flavor with me. Now I'm gonna tell us what kind of cake? That's fucked up.
I know.
However, I meanly pulled my plate away from her. She blinked in surprise. She couldn't seem to figure out if I was refusing the cake or not. So I winked, opened my eye, and said,
Oh. She fucking
this
whips
is
out her
cringe.
10-inch dick.
Like, I wouldn't do... Bro saying dude's 23 saying
You're 25 saying
Okay, but I wouldn't do this in fucking public.
Yeah, you would do it for Rosada though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because if I was gay, it would like...
It'll mitigate everything else.
It's like I get a pass.
Yeah, see guys, if you're gay, you get a pass for everything. It's cause like it's like the lack of rights makes up for everything.
Me when I say and he takes out his dick.
Me when he'd say
So that's what you really wanted. Jeez, you're such a pampered child, George-sama. Whoa, a little too close. Okay. Say, with a partly embarrassed, partly exasperated... Oh my god. With a partly embarrassed, partly exasperated face, Shannon offered the cake to me with a fork. Do you eat cakes with forks or spoons? I kind of like a spoon.
use forks. Because, like, spoons don't cut into it as easily. It depends how soft the cake is.
True. I like my cake soft.
I like my cake soft, bruh.
No, I forgot about that fucking thing. It tasted like cheap chocolate cake you find anywhere. What was the fucking point of coming here? I don't like chocolate cake that much, and yet it was exceptional. Because eating cake is such an embarrassing way, as if we were a couple of perfect fools, had been my dream for many years. It made the cake's flavor heavenly.
And then he wakes up.
If the earth is destined to end, I wouldn't have any regrets if it happened right now. It was such a moment of bliss.
Eating cake.
Damn, this shit's ugly. After that, we gathered shells, ran into the waves, and enjoyed each other's company while walking down the beach. In the end, the clouds were never parted. However, we both believed the sea reflected in our eyes was a deep blue. Somehow, I'm so happy that it scares me. You do say that from time to time. What is it you're afraid of? I'm a servant of the Ushiramiya family. For someone like me to be walking like this with a member of the family, it just felt like it was too much for me. I'm also surprised. I didn't just meet you yesterday or today, Shannon-chan. We've known each other for years now. However, we can only meet during those family meetings that happens a few times a year.
Was he? He was in high school.
Back then, I couldn't even imagine having this sort of relationship where I could spend time with you like this. But it was the same for you too, right? I did imagine it. No, I mean, maybe I should call it a kind of daydream? I did think about what it'd be like being in a relationship with you. A boy who was always so gentlemanly and considerate. Though it was only ever a fantastical daydream. Then what kind of... Then we must have been believing... What the fuck? Then, we must have you believe in heart... We must have your believing heart to thank for our relationship. Magic dwells in the power of love. So I'm sure that magic brought us together. You're right. I really do think it was magic. But you know, that's not actually true. As you kept looking more and more beautiful every year, you became a larger and larger presence in my mind too. If that same thing happened to you, then the fact that we're here today is simply an inevitable consequence, rather than something caused by magic or a miracle. Oh, a miracle did happen, George-sama. You stopped walking down the beach, gazing out beyond the sea. A miracle? No, it was magic. It happened. I was bewildered by the slightly mysterious phrase, which I sometimes heard her use. Magic, you say? Yes, magic. I doubt you'd believe me if I explained, so I won't. But this bit of magic definitely had the power to grant the miracle that brought us together. Are you talking about some kind of ritual? Yeah, you might call it something like that. Except that it really was magic, not just some ritual. Maybe it's all girls, not just Shannon, who tend to treat encounters as miracles or coincidences. For a man like me, an encounter for a girl is 70% hard work to try and make her like you, 20% courage, and 10% coincidence. Is that real? That's kind of real.
No.
Kind of real.
Nah. What's up, guys? I'm 16. I'm a new player of the basketball team.
The part that makes everything to her, part that means everything to her, is a much smaller factor in my mind. Maybe that way of thinking itself is calculating and typical of men. But if I said that out loud, it might kind of dissolve all kinds of magic. In my mind, there were lots of coincidences, compromises, and extended effort on both sides before we gained the relationship we have today. At the culmination of all of that, we get to spend a joyful time together. And if she wants to call that magic, I've got no objections to her choice of words. So I'll stand up for that magic. You're right. If the same fate were repeated 100 times, maybe you and I could get into a relationship like this only one of those times. And the other instances, I would be arrested. Even though we'd been aware of each other, maybe we would have only maintained a reserved relationship after all this time. From the perspective of the other me's and you's, you and I are undoubtedly in a miraculous relationship right now. That's not what I meant. It really was magic. No matter how often you tell men something like this, they'll never believe it. Kanen-kun didn't believe me at all either. I believe in you. I'd hate for magic to fade away because I didn't believe in it. George-sama. In a small voice, I apologized for saying something that trivialized her magic. Shannon seemed to be glad to hear me say that. After all, if two people believe in magic of love, it becomes eternal. Oh, that's right. I was wondering if you'd be willing to agree to go on a little whim of mine. Yes? What is it? You call me George-sama, right? Not that I dislike it, but would you consider not calling me that anymore? Of course, you have to keep your appearance with the Ushiramiya family, so I won't force you to do that during your everyday routine on Rockinjima. But when we're alone, I'd rather you don't call me that. Yeah, let's make that a rule.
Yeah.
A rule? What would happen if I violated that rule?
You gotta marry someone who's
Maybe we should make some kind of punishment game if you break the rule. It's punishment time. Yes, what should it be? Wanna hear? No, I don't want to hear. I'll have to think about what it should be. Okay,
If they say
George.
something crazy, I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah, I love the way that sounds. I'm so happy. Shannon.
Don't emphasize love like that.
I made it creepier on purpose. I also have another name. It's Sayo. It's canon.
Oh. It's I genuinely, yeah, it's canon. You know, wait, does that mean like she's dating two people, like a Jessica? Like,
Yeah, that's what I said earlier.
You think they're like pursuing like?
I see. That rule's gotta be fair after all. Now I'll follow it too, and from now on I'll call you Sayo, okay? Sayo. Yes. I held her shoulder and drew her close. When I forcefully pulled her delicate body towards me, she dove into my chest like a doll. As I held her head in my arms, we both looked out into the horizon. What a beautiful deep blue sea. I added the word beautiful. I'm so happy we get to look at this sea, just the two of us. Me too. I'm so glad to have a chance to look at this deep blue sea with you. As we gazed into the gray sea and the light rain began to sprinkle down, we kept listening to each other's heartbeats. Should we do it?
When is it my turn?
It's been 30 minutes without your line. The sound of the waves flows into my ears. No, it's the sound of an enraged sea. My body, bathed in painfully cold splashes, does not allow me to forget. It won't let me forget the memories of the day when my old fate was broken and smashed. Once, tomorrows were literally looking into the mirror. All I ever saw there was the person I already was. Tomorrow was absolutely no different from today. That was my old fate. But then, for the first time, I saw a different fate beyond the mirror. The witch whispers to me. She tempts me to take a bite out of the fruit of knowledge. She torments me, saying I'll be furniture as long as I stay in God's paradise. So I decided to choose the path of knowing love and try to become a person. Those days were like sweet honey, but at the same time, I didn't realize that they'd be the start of some new kind of suffering. I've arrived at the small island on a motorboat and I've only just learned how to use. No, this can hardly be called a small island. It's little more like a rock just jutting out of the water. On this rock is a torii in a small shrine. It was probably built to worship the guardian deity of Rockinjima. Even though I don't know exactly what it signifies, I know it has to be something holy. Even in a place like this, I've got to take just one look around to see if there's anyone who might get mad at me for coming. I see nothing but the stormy sea, Nijima looming in the distance, and the waves breaking against Rockinjima's steep cliffside.
Oh my God.
I ready myself, timidly approaching the small shrine, and take the mirror that lies there as an offering. The mirror looks old, cloudy, and dirty. That would normally make any mirror seem horribly cheap. However, since the mirror's been placed in the small shrine, its appearance seems to give some sort of divine quality to it, and there's one thing I can tell. This is no simple mirror. It may seem old, battered mirror to a non-believer like myself, but it has a great significance. Is it really okay to break this after being held captive by honeyed words? No, this isn't really a mirror. This is a life I couldn't escape until today, my fate. I'll break it, I'll smash it, and seize the life that lies beyond this mirror. If I don't smash it, my life will be a pair of facing mirrors forever. Nothing will ever change in the slightest.
Who is talking?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. The witch whispers to me. She tempts me to take a bite of the fruit of knowledge, or maybe I've already tasted that fruit. After all, I've experienced those maddening emotions. Just as Adam and Eve felt compelled to pluck their fig leaves. I can no longer go on without breaking this mirror. I've struggled with this conflicting emotion for many days before this moment. Inside my heart, the virtuous part of me kept on fighting, and part of that sides with the witch. Now, here I am. Did the part of me that's here right now win or lose? There's only one thing I know. To obtain something, you must be ready to lose something. Cowards who don't risk anything, who never try to change anything, will never be given the key that opens the path to the new future. That key is already in my hands. And that key is to break this. You smash it. Is there any other effort I can make? As furniture in prison, it's gotta be a servant of some kind. Imprisoned in Rockinjima? No.
Sayo. Oh
This
my
is-
God, it's fucking Sayo.
This is the only way for me. Come, have courage. I'll free myself from being mere furniture. And by accepting a new kind of suffering, I'll become human. This surely is a small, yet large trial I must impose on myself. Come now, smash it. I'll smash it to pieces. The eternally unchanging fate that imprisons me. I raise the mirror high. I think back on the days of conflict that came before, and finishing my reflections in the blink of an eye, I throw it down. The thunder roars, crying out against me for my outrageous act. It truly is the hatred of angels trying to banish me from eternal paradise. I look down at the mirror, tumbling at my feet, broken in 2 equal parts, and after making sure I've accomplished my task, I scream up at the raging skies. What is Shannon?
I knew it.
I've kept my promise. Now, it's your turn to keep yours, right?
She's
And
the
it roars out
witch.
once more. I've already been banished from paradise, so I'll have to struggle on my own if I want to live. The witch told me that is the single element of this world. To lose it means losing the world. Like how a canteen with a hole at the bottom cannot be filled no matter how much water you pump into it. I've kept my promise. Now, it's your turn to keep yours. Please, grant my wish. Beatrice-sama.
What is... Oh,
Another opening. When the Umis cry.
there's music. Oh, Spidey.
No. There's more witches? Why is she singing? Why did he look like an assassin? Who the fuck are these? Tartarus? A dragon? Magic? Wait a minute, magic's normal.
I don't think that's reliable.
Why is George staying?
I think the plot twist of this is gonna be magic really isn't real, even though they display magic, and it's gonna be like... I'm gonna... Like, episode 2 and forward, I'm gonna try my best to separate, like, episode 1 from the rest of the series.
Who the fuck are all these characters?
I see them in edits all the time. They're the relatable teenage girls that everyone wants in an anime.
My mind wandered back to the days when I could barely imagine the happiness I have now. I was a middle schooler at the time, a normal girl who thought about love as much as you'd expect someone her age. But in truth, it was wrong for me to have that dream. After all, I am furniture. Furniture is nothing more than a tool, not a human. As a person less than human, simply receiving an education was an enormous blessing. So in reality, even though I think about falling in love, it was more than I deserved. To the Ushuramiya Family Conference. The Ushuramiya Family Conference was a customary event held every October, but relatives sometimes visited at other times. Of course they didn't come just to drink tea. On this day, Ava's family was visiting the head family on Rokkenjima. The 3 members of Cross's family and the 3 members of Ava's family had gathered in the parlor and were having a friendly chat about recent events. Genji had supposedly told Kinzo of Ava's family's arrival, but he still hadn't come down. He was probably immersed in his research and couldn't spare the time. This often happened, and the others waited patiently for their fickle father to arrive. Oh, how promising. Make sure you work hard under your father, building your skills you'll need if you want to lend him a hand soon. Thank you very much. I've learned countless precious things from many experienced people father has introduced me to, and those were all the things I could never learn in school. You're in school, it's not math and language you're learning. When what they're really teaching you is the right outlook and attitude for learning more. Once you got that base, you can finally start a long period of studying that will last you your entire life. People who don't get this end up spending their lives as fools who never learn. Just getting full marks in math and language won't do any good at your company. Oh, indeed, that is exactly right. Hideyoshi-san, your style of education never fails to impress. George isn't quite a full man yet. You better always keep that in mind and embrace his studies. You get the voice.
Oh my god. The final moment. Stop it, dear.
I hurt my fucking wrist.
I'm gonna drink this 70% isopropyl alcohol. George is always giving it his all. Right.
Oh, my wrist.
Truly admirable. I wish our Jessica would learn from him.
I hurt my wrist.
This is what they said from episode 1.
Jeez. Are you guys still holding a grudge about that test score? I'm studying for tests as best as I can. Please don't say it here. Pissing me off. Once people started praising George for his diligence, the conversation usually turned to Jessica, who hated studying. Jessica made an openly displeased face, as though she had known this would happen. Oh my. Schoolwork aside, it seems Jessica had better learn to choose her words a little more gracefully. How improper for the single daughter who bears the weight of the Ushuramiya family crest.
Come now, she's quite appealing in her own way, isn't she? Times change. Time when we had to act all modest to entertain men did long ago, and that's why I'm a little fucking pig bitch.
That's right. I knew you'd understand, Aunt Ava. Hehehe.
My headache is truly trying today.
Are you okay? Oh, Natsu, you're looking a little pale.
Thank you, I'm fine. Wait, high school. Still, time has really flown. It feels like just yesterday when you would run around half naked by the beach and come back completely soaked. Wasn't your Jessica-chan the same? No, she's a lady who fusses over how to put on makeup. I see you focused on your eyebrows. Why? You look really cute today.
Thank you very much. No one noticed, so I was a bit unsure of myself.
Why did she focus on her eyebrows?
A full smile rose to Jessica's face as the results of her own studies were finally appreciated. Ava smiled back in the same way. Then she turned to smile towards Natsuhi.
Oh, why do I gotta moan every fucking word whenever she talks?
You wanted the
Come
most.
on, Natsuhi-san. Well, do you want to moan each?
No, I'm saying you're the one who's saying, where are my lines at?
You must take notice of the small changes in your own child. Poor Jessica-chan. You probably wanted your mother to notice first, didn't you?
No problem, no problem. That person never notices anything. Jessica, ho. I cannot condone you speaking to your mother in such a fashion. Apologize.
Later, I'll speak to you at length about your language.
Oh, fucking Natsuhi's so hot. If you don't want kids getting in your way, just say so. I'm gonna take a step outside. Getting stuffy in here. Jessica was still at an age where tests and entrance exams are pretty nerve-wracking. Recently, she had clashed often with her mother, who was enthusiastic about her education. Excuse me? Huh? Jessica, who was trying to leave the parlor in a bad mood, bumped into Shannon, who was pushing a serving cart filled with tea. Shannon, no need to worry about my tea. I'm gonna go wander about the garden. Milady.
Shannon, the tea is getting cold. Serve it quickly.
My apologies.
They didn't change the sprites.
Shannon hadn't actually done anything wrong. But Natsuhi, who felt like something shameful to herself had been shown, lashed out at her emotionally. That was something that often happened in the Ushramiya family. But it seemed Shannon wasn't strong-willed enough to just accept it and move on. Shrank down and cowered while serving the tea. She had the unfortunate habit of making more mistakes when she cowered. Her pitiful appearance ruined the peaceful atmosphere that had existed a moment before. It wasn't really Shannon's fault, but she thought she might have been the source and felt that pressure on her chest. Her shaking fingers made the utensils clang, and you couldn't have called it graceful, not even just to be polite. The more pitiful she appeared, the greater the silence grew. The more irritated Natsuhi looked, the more Shannon cowered. Shannon's thin neck felt like he was being suffocated and choked by the reaper known as stress. At that time, George spoke brightly, blowing away the stiff atmosphere. This smells nice. What kind of black tea is it? This is
just what happened in episode 1.
Yeah. No, don't say it. I'll take a guess. It's a very distinctive smell, so I probably know. Is it Earl Grey? I think it probably is. Yeah, I bet it's Earl Grey. When you get back to the kitchen, check the tin. Oh, George-kun, you know a lot about black tea, don't you?
Not only do I fucking study, I fucking drink black tea. God, I hate smart people because I feel stupid next to them.
Who likes black tea? Is it Beatrice?
Yeah.
Wait, I can't execute or resurrect anymore.
Well, that's my favorite button. It's because these people aren't dead in episode 2. Yet.
Wait, is there anything new?
You think Canon's even here right now? Because, you know, Shannon's probably Canon.
It'd probably be easy to lie because they're not always scheduled together. One of the company presidents who was looking after me was very knowledgeable about black tea. I managed to pick up a little listening to him discuss the subject. Oh yeah, the president of Okanogi Foods. Yep, that sort of trivia is that guy's specialty.
Ugh, the way my spacebar works on my keyboard after I fix it, it's fucking weird. The names of the black tea often refer to the places they've made. I feel lightheaded. I think I inhaled too much air. So did this come from a place with that name?
From what I've heard, there was a person called Earl Grey in England long ago, and it was named after him. Furthermore, this distinctive smell doesn't come from the tea leaves, but from a fruit called bergamot, which is a relative of the mandarin orange.
Is that so? I never fucking... Sorry, my phone's ringing. I never knew that. Learning things like that makes tea taste all more delicious.
Same thing goes for alcohol and cigarettes. Luxury items have a taste of romance. Knowing stuff like that deepens the taste.
Oh, it's the same as reading the list of benefits on a medicine bottle. Oh, Natsuhine-san, you should try reading the explanation of your favorite headache medicine someday.
That's a wonderful idea. Try it tonight.
Yes, I'll do so.
So he's using a whole can on one keyboard.
It is actually almost half. It's less than halfway, bro. It's actually kind of crazy.
Shannon-chan, try opening that pot. You should find some dried bergamot mixed in with the tea leaves. Yeah. It's in there. Something like a dried orange peel is mixed in. Yes, that's probably bergamot, the main ingredient. That scent is vivid. You might expect the taste to be intense, but it's pretty gentle and easy to drink. If you make it with milk, the scent becomes much more mild, which works great. If there's anything left in the pot, after you've poured for everyone, you should really try drinking it with milk. Yes. Thank you very much. George gave a small wink. Shannon finally realized that George had kind-heartedly swept away the tense atmosphere there.
Fucking nail to scrape the fuck out of my keyboard.
Go wash your hands.
Bro, I just used like majority of this can just to spray.
Oh shit, it's already 10. What the fuck?
Damn.
Hurry up. We'll try to get to the end of this scene.
Wait, we can just get the end of the scene. I'll wash my hands later.
And he had done it for the sake of Shannon herself, a cowering servant. The Ushirimiya family did not pamper their servants. Any display of awkwardness would be harshly punished, so it was rare for them to be given a helping hand like this. Thanks to George's kindness, Shannon managed to regain control of herself and finish serving tea without further incident. As long as she stayed calm, she would carry out her work elegantly and flawlessly. By the time the black tea was laid out on the table and its elegant scent filled the room, the atmosphere had completely returned to its former peaceful mood, and everyone praised George's knowledge. Shannon would thank him for saving her, but it didn't look like she would get the chance. So she decided that the least she should do was thank him inside her heart, praying to God that George would hear it as she puts the serving cart away. Oh. Is that it? Hey.
What's up, guys? I'm 16. I didn't talk for most of the stream.
It's really interesting that this episode 2 is paced way better than episode 1. Like, these scenes are so much shorter and there's not that much repetition.
It's because Battler is fucking here.
But like, it just blows my mind. Like, holy fuck. Like, we've done like 3 scenes in like, well, probably more than 3, but we've done way more scenes already than compared to episode 1. That shit fucking felt like forever.
Because it did take forever. Like, episode 1 felt like, I don't know, it just felt like really long because like, they would say, everyone had to, I feel like there was more characters and they like said, everyone had to say something. And like, that was kind of annoying because I didn't really care about who, like, what Aunt Rosa was saying, for example. Because like, I was more waiting for like any of the interesting scenes to like happen. Cause like, you know, it's Slice of
So-
life isn't bad. You just have to like pace it well.
Yeah, that's why Little Boss just does it better. So I was thinking, if episode 1 is like an unreliable retelling of what happened, then maybe this is what actually happens in episode 2.
I don't. I feel like
Because I don't know what to expect then.
I don't think this is like completely reliable. I think this is more like an idealized author retelling. Cause Shannon and George, I don't think went on that date in reality. I don't think Shannon actually experienced whatever witch curse the witch was doing. Already, I feel like those are unreliable. Just cause like, if George and Shannon went on that date, that has to be after the proposal, probably, or like, I don't know. When would they? I don't think they would have a chance before like the Ushiromiya banquet thing. So,
I mean, we just don't know.
well, we don't know. It's just like I feel like it's unlikely that Shannon would probably do that. In
My
my
wrist. I don't know what I did to my left hand.
opinion.
It was fine, and then like at some point during the stream, I like pulled it.
You were just reading so much, you had to pull it.
This VN needs more homoerotic tension. That's what makes Little Busters fun to read.
I need more gay sex. That's what makes BL so fun to read.
Yeah, I think we can stop for today. Not much happened, but it went pretty fast, and I'm not too upset about the writing today.
Just take the win and go.
The museum, the aquarium's here.
The Uminekos is here. I hear the Uminekos.
They're always crying. I can't wait for we actually get to
I
play
can't wait
more.
until we finish episode 3. And that's because everyone's like, that's when the story picks up.
We are almost to where I dropped it, so I'm guessing by what day is it? Today's Wednesday. By Saturday, we'll probably get to stuff that I haven't seen.
Dang. That's like 3 days from now.
Well, it depends how much we play on Friday.
Yeah, I mean, if it's Saturday, I'm gonna probably come back home late again.
And then I gotta stay up late till 3 in the morning.
But you're an adult, that's okay. You're not growing anymore. You reached your peak. You're 25.
No. Alright, but so we're gonna stop. A nice short stream, almost an hour. Couldn't quite make it. Only 2 minutes off.
We can yap for 2 minutes and make it exactly an hour. It'll be like a little.
All right,
game.
I'll stop it at exactly 1 hour, no matter what we're talking about. Okay, so we have like 80 seconds to keep talking about something.
What does your pussy look like?
What?
Sorry, that was the first thing that came into my mind. Yeah, no matter what we're talking about.
I don't got one of those.
You know, it's like it reminds me of that meme Dylan always sends in the server. It's this guy that's like, your little pussy belongs to me.
That one, yeah.
Yeah, it makes me extremely uncomfortable every time he plays it, and he has so much joy in that video because he thinks it's so funny. While I'm like,
Is it a soundbite here? No. Oh, is it this
No.
one?
4 strength, 4
No.
stamina, leather belt.
what's up, guys? I'm 16. Eggman!
Me? Gungaga.
Me? Gongaga. You know, I'm not really interesting, so I don't know what to talk about.
I want Bridget so bad.
Okay. This guy
so
talks
badly.
all the time about like characters and stuff.
So badly. Yeah, we got about like 5 seconds.
Oh, we already wasted 2 minutes doing nothing.